Hey, what's up, 5th Hour Applied English? I am here live with your classmates in person right now. Everyone say, hey! Hey! Love it. That never gets old for me. In any case, what we're doing right now is writing our essay draft for our Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe essay. There is a difference, though. I know you guys are writing on line paper, and I'm typing, so I know I can work a lot faster than you guys can. Throughout the video, feel free to pause this and copy along, as your classmates are doing in class along with me. So far, all we have on our essay draft is a title, just right there in the center. MLA, Modern Language Association formatting, usually asks you to have a title in the center of your essay. We chose Defeating Death and the Devil. There is one other thing that I want to do before I start writing the introduction paragraph, and it's to give this thing a heading as well. It does go in the upper left-hand corner. You may have been taught before to keep them in the right. We're going to keep them on the left. Those of you in my classroom right now, there is an example one on the back whiteboard. My laser's not reaching very far right now. Right above Fontaine's head. You'll notice that it's a student name, so I made up a student named Eshe McJones. Teacher name goes second, then the course, and then the date. I'll put that up on screen right now as well. So use your name, not my example name. Don't call yourself Student McExample. Call yourself your own name there, first and last. Teacher name. The course. Applied English. Normally, I don't put the hour number right there, but since I'm teaching this 4 times, I am. And the date. MLA is kind of goofy about dates. They like it to be date, then month, then year. For me, it doesn't matter as much. If you want to change up your date format there for something more comfortable for you, that's totally fine. I'm going to leave this up on screen for a moment, just as I check in on my students in class as well. Once again, if you're watching this on video, feel free to pause at any point for the sake of copying on your own paper. All right, scrolling down just a little bit here. I'll try to leave this visible. I should ask you guys in my in-person class right now, what comes next? Check your outline.
I don't know. The thesis.
Not my thesis. My introduction. Thesis comes at the end of my introduction. So I'm going to go down to the next line. I will note, you guys do not need to skip lines between paragraphs. You can just move on immediately to the next line. One thing I'm going to have to do up on screen here is double space. But for handwriting, I want you to single space. Never skip lines in your essay. The way to tell a new paragraph is beginning is to indent. I can hit tab. All you really have to do is move over your pencil about ½ an inch or so. Some people use their thumb just to kind of give themselves a measure there, or 2 fingers. Indenting tells me that you're starting a new paragraph. So make sure you indent over when you start your introduction. And here's where I get to do some copy pasting. We already wrote our introduction in our outline. So for me, drafting is as easy as doing this. Control C. I can't hit Control V because that'll mess up my formatting. And then I can get rid of the garbage. And this isn't double spaced. Let me fix that real quick. That should make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. So notice how fast I was able to crank out that paragraph. Again, you guys already did the heavy lifting last week. All I had to do is copy it. Copying is a little bit slower by hand. One thing I need to do, though, is read this out loud to make sure it sounds right. A little girl goes through a magical wardrobe that leads her into a secret place full of snow and unusual creatures. This is a part of the plot of, I should spell out the title here. This is a part of the plot of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. As the story goes on, Lucy and her siblings are hunted by the evil White Witch, who has cursed Narnia with eternal winter. The theme of, I don't need to give the title again right there, the theme of the story is that Jesus Christ defeated the devil through his death on the cross. C.S. Lewis uses symbolism to illustrate this theme. It is a great introduction. Once again, if you're watching this on video, feel free to pause right here. I do need to give your classmates in class some time to copy this down. I will be roaming the class from time to time to make sure people are doing okay. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit so I can get started with our body paragraph. You scroll down to about here. So our introduction is still visible. To move on to my body paragraph, all I have to do is go on to the next line. Again, you guys don't have to skip any lines on your paper. Just go on to the immediate next line and indent. Make sure you move over a little bit so that I can tell you're starting a new paragraph. And I can copy paste once again. Just going to start with our paragraph about the witch. First paragraph is still up on screen for those of you who still need to copy. I'm just setting up our next one. As we continue forward here, notice that I started copying in some information from our outline for our first body paragraph. I don't quite have it all just yet, so I'm going to scroll just a little bit further down. Again, I'm trying to leave a little bit of the introduction open if you still need to copy down. But for those of you working on the body, we're now discussing the White Witch. One important symbol in the story is the White Witch. On page 19, Mr. Tumnus says, notice that we included a direct quote right here, so don't forget your quotation marks. It is she that's got all Narnia under her thumb. It's she that makes it always winter. The White Witch is a symbol for the devil. And let's continue our commentary. Similar to how the devil does not want the world to be happy, the witch wants Narnia to suffer. That's what we had so far. I just need to check my outline real quick for something. We did have one more commentary sentence that we should include. There are seats closer to the screen if you need one. And that is actually the entire body paragraph that we planned. So as you guys are copying, let me read this out loud just to see how it sounds. One important symbol in the story is the White Witch. On page 19, Mr. Tumnus says, it is she that has got all Narnia under her thumb. It's she that makes it always winter. The White Witch is a symbol for the devil. Similar to how the devil does not want the world to be happy, the witch wants Narnia to suffer. The witch's curse on Narnia represents sin's hold on the world. Both the White Witch and the devil are evil. Let me hear from you guys. How's that paragraph feeling? Does it need more? No? I'd say it's nice and concise. From my eyes, from my adult eyes, it looks like it's a bit of a short body paragraph, but I think it's fine for where we're at as freshmen in high school. One thing that you'll be building in English 1 and English 2 is how to include more detail, more evidence in writing, but this is a pretty well-structured paragraph. And I want to say there was one paragraph later on that we're going to expand on. Might actually be the next one. Once again, I'm going to leave this up on screen for my students in class copying. Feel free to pause this video if you are watching this on video. Scrolling down just a little bit, I'll leave this body paragraph up. But again, for starting my next body paragraph, I just go on to the next line, indent. The computer did it automatically for me, which is awesome. And let's start the next one based on our outline. Okay, so here's a spot. Here's a spot where we left a note for ourselves that I will have to flesh out for us. Let's just start with the topic sentence while I do that. There we go. We said use the poem on page 79 as a direct quote. The text states, let's see if I know this by heart. Wrong will be right when Aslan comes in sight. At the sound of his roar, sorrows will be no more. Oh wait, I don't know about punctuation. I have to look it up. I know this is a long, direct quote, so I'm going to leave this up on screen for you guys to copy. Just want to explain a little bit about what I did in punctuation. Since this is a poem, we are supposed to use slashes at the end of each line to show where it moves from one line to the next. Again, direct quote, use quotation marks. And then I had to put the page number as well. I did that as a citation at the end of that direct quote. I will leave this up on screen because I know it's long. Take some time to copy that down, and then we'll finish our commentary. I'm scrolling just a little bit further so I can start getting my commentary sentences in. My hope is that I can leave this body paragraph up for the last 5 minutes of class for anyone who still needs to copy. Once again, if you are falling behind and need to catch up, you can always rewatch video later. If you're watching this on video, again, feel free to pause at any point for the sake of copying. I just have to get my commentary in here too. You guys included a lot of commentary here, which is awesome. Once again, I just get to get rid of some of this garbage that we don't need. See if I can put this whole thing up on screen. I can. And did we have a summary sentence? We did. Okay. And that is our full second body paragraph. I'm actually going to scroll up just a little bit. I know I've got some people still copying there. In just another minute or so here, I'll scroll down so we can see our whole second body paragraph as you guys are copying down. Again, if you're following on video, feel free to pause at any point. I'm going to scroll down so so the rest of this paragraph is visible here. You guys have officially written over half of our essay so far. All we have tomorrow is 2 paragraphs to knock out. Conclusion will probably be pretty short anyway. And then from there we can proofread and turn this thing in. And actually, I realize I can probably cut my recording right now. Those of you watching on video right now, you should have what you need to stay on top of this. Again, we're through 3 paragraphs. We'll do 2 more tomorrow. So this is the end of this recording. 5th hour, say peace. 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 Later, y'all.